welcome to the online session of Power Plant Engineering. My name is Vishal Acharya. Today we will discuss about the governing of steam turbine and blade attachment. In this method, the first stage of nozzle are split up groups which are controlled by individual throttle valves. Various arrangement of valve and group of nozzle are employed. Three such arrangements are shown in a diagram in first figure. An arrangement often adopted with steam turbine using the high pressure steam in shown figure. The number of the nozzle group may be vary from 3 or 5 or more. Shown an arrangement where the nozzle control valve arranged in the casing forming part of the cylinder or bolted there to the connecting the past the loading the individual nozzle or group. The nozzle are the confined to upper half of the cylinder and R of the admission is limited to 180 degree or less. The number of nozzle group may be vary from 4 to 12. Here show the arrangement in which the group of nozzle is under the control the valve V1. Here nozzle N1 is under the control of valve V1, which all the steam entering the turbine passes further. The admission of the steam is throughout the valve V2 and V3 etc. in the turn. The nozzle control is necessary to restrict it to first stage and the absolute pressure of the steam in front of the second stage nozzle will be directly proportional to the rate of the steam flow through the turbine. There is a greater heat drop level when the nozzle control is employed, but efficiently decrease when the load is reduced. When there is a comparatively large heat drop in the first stage nozzle control lead to reduction in a steam consumption. Next is the throttle governing of steam turbine is most popular and easiest way to control the turbine speed. When the steam turbine control the output speed by varying the quantity or steam entering the turbine is called the throttle governing. It is also known as a servo motor method. In this system, centrifugal governor is driven from the main shaft of the turbine by belt or gear arrangement. A control valve is used to control the direction of oil flow which supplied by the pipe here A or BB section. The servometer or rally valve used to the piston which move toward the left or right depending upon the pressure of the oil flow through the pipe A or B. Here this cylinder has connect to the needle which move the inside the nozzle in shown figure. When the turbine is running at normal speed, everything in the turbine such that such a control valve, servometer, piston position, fly ball of the centrifugal governor will be in their normal position as in shown figure. The mouth of the both pipe A or BB is closed into the control valve. Assume that the here turbine's load increase. In shown figure when turbine load increase, it will be decrease the speed, it will be decrease the centrifugal force of the turbine. Now the fly ball of the governor will come down, thus decreasing their amplitude. This fly ball also bring down the sleeve. The sleeve is connected to the control valve rod through the lever pivot or fulcrum. This downward sleeve will be raised the control valve rod. Now oil is coming from the oil sump pumped by the gear pump is just stay at the mounts of the both pipe A and BB which are the closed by the two wing here in shown figure of the control valve. So raise the control valve rod will be open to the mouth of pipe A but BB is still closed. Now the oil pressure is coming from the A pipe. Thus will rush from the control valve which will be moved the right side of the piston. As a result, steam flow rate into the turbine increase will bring the speed of the turbine to the normal range. When the speed of the turbine will come off to its normal range, fly ball will be come into the normal position. Now sleeve control valve rod will be back at its normal position. Bypass attachment. Modern steam power plant employing the impulse turbine at very high speed of the steam at the admission are usually designed to operate usually at the economical load. which is about 75 to 80% of the maximum load. In such that case, it is desirable to have a full emission of the steam in the first of few stages of the turbine operating at very high speed pressure. Since the enthalpy drop is very small in the initial stages and the nozzle governing cannot be used effectively, therefore the load regulation is achieved by the throttle governing of the stage of the economical load. However, at the maximum load, the additional amount of the steam required cannot be passed to the first stage since the additional number of nozzle is not available. This difficulty of steam regulation is overcome by the employing the bypass governor turbine. In shown figure, steam required up to the economical load are passed through the inlet valve or is collected to the nozzle stage. The governing is affected by the throttle valve. However, at the load more than the economical load, the bypass valve is in shown figure and part of the steam is bypassed into the steam belt and this steam mixes with the steam of high pressure turbine stages. It is supplied to the lower stages of the turbine. This is the increasing the power output of the turbine. The movement of the bypass valve is controlled by the turbine governor. Our next topic is the blade attachment. The attachment of the turbine blade to the rotor is the most critical aspect of the steam turbine design. All the force are transmitted to the attachment of the rotor, especially at the lower pressure end of turbine of larger output. The attachment has to be bear relatively larger forces due to the high speed. The centrifugal force on the blade in the many times its mass. Therefore, it becomes a necessary or estimate the stresses in the attachment, but sometimes it is very difficult to get the exact value. There is always the possibility of the stress concentration at the sharp corner. Therefore, the selection of the material is very important, which can be from the stress concentration, and that is why the calculated stress is kept reasonably now. A careful study of the form of the attachment is also necessary because occasionally it will be influence the shape of the wheel, rim, stresses in the disc. The form of the attachment should be such that the centrifugal force on the blade is transmitted to the disc in the simplest and most direct manner and it should be given securely attachment. Here number types of blade attachment. First is the D-level blade attachment or root attachment, inverted T attachment, serrated blade root arrangement or annular free tree attachment for the higher pressure Curtis wheel, straddle attachment, modified straddle attachment, side entry blade attachments, soldering blade attachment and Parsons and tight chain blading attachment. Thank you.